Welcome to the 2022 Minnesota Canoe information session. I'm Kat Stein and I'm going to be taking you through the information today. So what is this video going to cover? It's going to cover the specific trip location, itinerary, and gear needs of Minnesota Canoe 1 and Minnesota Canoe 2. It's not going to cover the Camp Echo Adventure Trips program or trip goals. We're not going to go over the overview of the trip program, emergency procedures, or COVID procedures. Be sure to watch the Camp Echo Adventure Trips overview video for information regarding our programmatic goals and the Camp Echo COVID procedures video for information regarding our COVID procedures. Pause this video now and go watch those videos ahead of finishing this one, as the information is foundational for the rest of this video. Awesome. Well, now that you've watched those other two videos, let's get into what you need to know about Minnesota Canoe. So you're going on Minnesota Canoe. Now what? Well, to start off, Minnesota Canoe is in the northern part of Minnesota, just off of Lake Superior. We generally go to the eastern end of the Minnesota boundary waters. This video is covering Minnesota Canoe 1 and Minnesota Canoe 2, so let's just quickly go over some of the differences. Minnesota Canoe 1 is for our rising 9th graders. They put in at Seagull Lake, and it's an established route that we've done many, many times for many years. Minnesota Canoe 2 is for our rising 10th and 11th graders, and they put in a little bit further south in Brule Lake, and they have the opportunity to really explore this part of the boundary waters and build their itinerary with their guides throughout the trip. As you can see here, the lowest triangle there on your screen is Grand Marais, where our outfitters are, and the closest town. That middle triangle is where Brule Lake is, where Minnesota 2 will be putting in. And that up topmost triangle is Seagull Lake, where Minnesota Canoe 1 will be putting in. So who's going on your trip? Well, it's going to be 2 staff members who are both lifeguards and wilderness first responders. They're both going to be over the age of 21 most likely and have extensive training and field experience to make sure they can give you the best experience possible. Minnesota Canoe is one of our smaller trips and can have up to 7 participants, and it may be an all-gender trip depending on registration and enrollment. It's also going to have campers with varying levels of experience, whether it's their second or third trip or their first trip ever. This gives us a great opportunity to learn from and grow together. So let's look at the Minnesota Canoe 1 itinerary for sessions 1, 2, and sessions 4. You'll arrive at camp on Sunday, and you'll spend Sunday and Monday preparing for your trip. You'll pack out your food, your gear, your personal gear. You'll take your swim eval, have your big talk, and spend some time talking about backcountry safety and group norms. Monday night, you'll leave camp and you'll drive to Ludington State Park, where you'll camp Monday night. You camp here Monday night because Tuesday morning, bright and early, you catch the SS Badger across Lake Michigan. This is a giant car ferry that will take you from Ludington, Michigan to Manitowoc, Wisconsin. From there, you'll drive the rest of the way to Minnesota and camp at Gooseberry State Falls Park Tuesday night. Wednesday, you'll pick up your boats from our outfitter in Grand Marais and you'll hit the water. You'll canoe Wednesday to Wednesday, pulling out early on Wednesday morning so that you can drive the rest of the day Wednesday to Kettle State Park in southern Wisconsin outside of Milwaukee. You'll spend Wednesday night closing out your trip, maybe doing some gear cleaning yourselves, and celebrating all of your accomplishments from the last week. Then Thursday, you'll finish the drive to Evanston, where you'll get dropped off at the McGaw-Y at 11 a.m. This is a little bit different from our on-site programs, which will take the bus back to Evanston on Friday. Now, if you're doing Minnesota Canoe Session 3, your itinerary looks a little bit different, as Session 3 is a day shorter than all of our other sessions. The first half of your trip will be exactly the same, and you'll put in on the water on Wednesday. You'll canoe Wednesday to Tuesday, pulling off the water early Tuesday morning and driving down to Wisconsin on Tuesday. Tuesday night, you'll camp again at Kettle State Park, and then you'll finish the drive to the McGaw YMCA on Wednesday, where you'll be picked up at 11 a.m. at the YMCA. This is different from our on-site programs, which will end at the Y on Thursday. Now, if you're doing Minnesota Canoe 2, sessions 5 and 6, your itinerary is very different. You've got a couple of extra days on site at the beginning of your trip to prepare, and you've got a couple of extra days at the back end of your trip to close out. So you'll arrive at camp Sunday, you'll spend Sunday, Monday doing your first day of camp rotations, and you'll spend the rest of Monday and Tuesday and the Monday and Tuesday preparing for your trip and setting group norms, packing out, going on practice paddles, and starting to form as a group. Tuesday night, you'll leave in the evening to head to Ludington State Park to camp there ahead of taking the Badger Wednesday. Wednesday, you'll take the Badger across Lake Michigan and camp Wednesday at Gooseberry Falls State Park. Thursday, you'll get your boats and you'll put in at Brule Lake and you'll canoe from Thursday until the following Sunday. Sunday, you'll pull out of Brule Lake again. You'll explore that area and region and then pull out of Brule Lake. You'll drop your boats off with the outfitter and you'll camp at Cascades River State Park in Minnesota. Then Monday, you'll drive to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and you'll spend 2 nights camping in Pictured Rocks State Park, exploring both the state park and the surrounding area of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Wednesday, you'll arrive back at camp, pack in and clean your gear, debrief your trip, spend some time processing and being together on site, and then you'll take the bus home Friday at the end of 6th session. So let's talk about what some of that on-site time looks like. Primarily being, how do we talk about our 3 Ps? So this is peeing, pooping, and periods in the woods. And when you're on site, those first couple days of your trip, your guides will give you a much more detailed conversation about how to pee, poop, and manage your period hygienically and safely in the woods. I do want to highlight for you here now, though, that every single campsite in the Boundary Waters is outfitted with a latrine. This is an open air pit toilet. So you'll have some creature comforts while in the Boundary Waters. The menu, which is designed by the group and packed out together, will prioritize allergies and dietary needs of the group as a whole. Minnesota Canoe 1 campers don't have a ton of opportunities to receive mail or communicate outward via mail, but Minnesota Canoe 2 campers will have the opportunity to receive mail and bunk notes and write back on either end of their backcountry excursion. Camp Echo staff will also be having regular check-ins between guides in the field and staff on site to make sure that everyone in the group is having a fun, safe, and healthy time, and to give weather updates periodically. Should any emergency communication need to occur, that will be coordinated between families and on-site staff at Camp Echo. Oh, the Boundary Waters, so beautiful. I can't wait for all of you guys to experience them this summer. Some other key things to note is when packing for your trip, make sure you're prioritizing outdoor apparel, which is warm, comfortable, quick dry, and synthetic. Please avoid bringing cotton sweats and jeans, though cotton t-shirts are okay. Remember, we're prioritizing function over fashion to make sure that everyone is safe and comfortable in the woods. And even if you feel silly, it's kind of a badge of honor to look a little awkward in the woods. So, what kind of shoes do you need to bring for the Minnesota Boundary Waters? Well, because you'll be portaging canoes between lakes, which is when you carry your canoe and your gear over land, you need to bring a pair of hiking boots. These need to have a durable sole, be waterproof, and have ankle support to make sure that you are staying safe while portaging. You're also going to need a pair of water shoes. These should be closed-toed and secured to your foot for when you're getting in and out of the water at portages or even just swimming after a day of canoeing. We want to make sure that we're at all times protecting our feet from sticks and twigs and rocks. And so please make sure that your water shoe is closed-toed and fully encompasses your foot. This summer, we're also asking all of our campers to bring a long-sleeved, lightweight, and quick-drying sun shirt. This is super important on water trips as you can get very roasted in the sun. The sun's very bright from above, and then it also reflects off of the water, so you're getting hit with UV rays from all directions. This can sometimes be more UV than just applying sunscreen can handle, so it's really important to bring this extra layer of sun protection. This can be a UPF protective sun shirt, it can be an athletic running shirt, or it can even be a base layer, but please make sure it is not a cotton t-shirt. And it must be long sleeved. Just highlighting for you all again that Gearhead Outfitters, formerly Uncle Dan's in downtown Evanston on the corner of Sherman and Davis Street, has committed to a 10% discount for all Camp Echo families for all the products in their store. Simply mention Camp Echo at checkout and Gearhead will know how to take care of you. They are also really well aware of our Camp Echo gear needs. We've been working with them for a very long time. So if you've got any questions about the type of gear that you need for Camp Echo, feel free to ask the sales folks at Gearhead, and they'll definitely have some great expert advice for you. So how do you physically prepare for your Camp Echo Boundary Waters trip? We highly recommend that you exercise at least 60 minutes every day ahead of your trip. Try going for a run, riding your bike, swimming laps, or even just taking a walk, anything to get your body moving so that those 4 to 6 hours of canoeing every day are not that surprising for your body. Some other odds and ends are make sure that you leave your cell phone at home. Cell phones are not allowed at camp or on adventure trips, and it's for your peace of mind that we ask you to leave them at home so that you don't have to worry about them getting lost or misplaced while you're on trail. If you will be taking medication while at Camp Echo, please make sure to check in your prescription at medication drop-off before buses or the day of bus departure, and include your details about how and when you take your medication so that we can make sure that you are still getting all of the meds that you need correctly while on trail. Last but not least, remember that all Camp Echo costs are covered while on trail and traveling between destinations. There's no need to bring cash, debit, or credit cards to cover any costs on Boundary Waters Canoe. Guides will take care of everything, including a group souvenir. So no worries, no need to worry about bringing extra money. If you've got any other questions, feel free to email me at catherines@mcgawymca.org or email echoinfo@mcgawymca.org, and be sure to follow us on all of our social medias to get updates throughout the rest of the summer. We're so excited to have you on Minnesota Boundary Waters canoe trip this summer, and we can't wait to see you on the peninsula.